and Brian Howell, of course, the lead singer from Bad Company, and Ted Nugent. And Bad Company had just gotten back together. The Holy Water single had just been released. That album had just been done, and they were really doing things. They were really taking off. Well, I grew up on a beach in Southwest Florida, like I said, and I lived in this little house on the beach, and it was literally right in the middle of everything. And I will fully admit, it was a bunch of young guys in their late teens, all living in this house, metalheads, punk rock kids, beach rats, just a bunch of ne'er-do-wells all living in this house. And we were troublemakers. There is absolutely no question about that at all. Across the street from us was a hotel, a huge tourist hotel called the Lani Kai. And the Lani Kai was like the center of the beach. Well, when Holy Water was released, they decided, the guys in Bad Company, Brian Howell and the new Bad Company, decided to rehearse for the tour on the roof of the Lani Kai, kind of like the Beatles on top of the whole thing. They decided that would be a great way to not only say, hey, Bad Company is here, brand new single, we're going on the road. They thought it would be a cool way to rehearse, and plus nobody could get to them. They're all the way up on the roof or whatever, Well, my friends and I, we began drinking early that morning, and we had heard that Brian Howell and Bad Company were going to play on the roof of the building. And so we quickly began filling up water balloons. And we got our trusty water balloon launcher, and we tied it to the deck. And as soon as Bad Company lit into their first song on the roof of the Lani Kai, we began pelting them with water balloons like it was D-Day. And next thing you know, we've got a front yard full of Bad Company. We were a little starstruck till somebody got struck. And then next thing you know, there's people rolling around in the front yard. Oh, it was a horrendous experience. Well, that was broken up, and everybody went their separate ways, and Bad Company went back to playing on the roof, and we got our water balloon launcher taken away from us by the police, but nobody went to jail, so that's a good thing. Fast forward to later that night, we all decided to go to a bar for jam night. And lo and behold, when we walk in, who's on stage jamming but Bad Company? And it started all over again. I will fully admit the last conversation I had with Brian Howell involved some F-bombs and some relatively salty language, and there may have been punches thrown by other people. Wasn't me. But I will say the last words that Brian Howell ever said to me were, "You're not big enough, you're not mean enough, and you're not fast enough, sweetheart." Rest in peace, Brian.